Hi everybody, welcome back to Buyer's Blueprint, and today what I want to talk to you about specifically is warranties and what to know and how to know exactly what it is you're being offered in the business office, because there's a couple of different types. And why is this important? So that you can know how to make the right decision on what you're being offered and know whether or not it's a good price or whether it's valuable or something you need or want, all these things. And then secondly, what you're looking at here is a typical warranty. Now, when I say typical, warranty offering brochure, and the reason why I say that is because they're all basically laid out the same. They have, there's two different types. There's exclusionary and listed item or comprehensive. And the difference between the two is, well, it's a lot. Exclusionary is it covers everything on the car. It's a mirror of factory warranty. And so when they say exclusionary or bumper to bumper, you're not really supposed to use that term because people get confused about, bumpers and car accidents. But exclusionary is the mirror of the factory warranty. In fact, when you buy it and you buy an extension of the factory warranty, if your car is within factory warranty time, you can extend it. So if you want a 1 year factory extension, you're not buying a 1 year 12,000 mile or a 1 year 20,000 K, whatever. You're buying a 5 year 80 or a 5 year 50,000 mile, whatever, depending on how much you want to go. And so, but a listed item or comprehensive warranty is exactly that. It's a giant list of items that they'll cover if they break. And so you have to look at both to see what is on the exclusions list. It should be fairly common, and I'll show you one here in just a second. And the listed items, you have to see the comprehensive. You have to see exactly what list, how much of the list you're buying or getting covered. So let me get into it here now quickly with you. So here you can see up here covered components. Like I said, every plan has the same sort of language. They'll have, lower, mid, high. They'll have silver, gold, platinum. They'll have elite, plus, basic, as you can see here, But so quickly, take a look here. So basic package, obviously that's the basic package, right? So it covers engine, it covers turbocharger, transmission, transfer case, drive axle, and then lately they've been getting into a lot of hybrid parts here and fully electric parts. Fantastic, good for them. And then steering, it doesn't cover steering stuff, and it doesn't cover electrical, it doesn't cover brakes. Enhanced electrical, which is important, I'll get into that later. Air conditioning stuff, what's this one down here? Brakes, cooling, emissions, and then you can see this arrow here of the elite plan keeps going down into some extra stuff here. So when you're buying a listed item warranty and it's comprehensive and the dealership says it's comprehensive, okay, well, how comprehensive, right? Does it include electronics, right? Electrical, like here we go, alternator, voltage regulator, all these things here, this specific list of things, or does it include the enhanced electrical, which I think every car in modern day needs, because it gets into all kinds of stuff like, headlamp motors. It sounds kind of strange, but a lot of headlamps, hi mom, include, directional and they pop up, etc. That needs to be covered. And oh my goodness, I'm getting quite a lot of calls here. Let me put that on silent. And other things, a lot of sensors. And look at this big one down here, CD, DVD control player and navigation system. That's the one component in your car you do not want to not have covered for many reasons, because the screen is usually DVD and it's other things too. Heated seat controls, ventilation controls, all these things. If it stops working, your car is it's dead. It's dead. And they don't fix things anymore. They just replace them. And you do not want to know what it costs to replace a navigation unit. So back to listed items, comprehensive. Are you paying for the brake coverages and the fuel delivery, front and rear suspension stuff, cooling, emissions? So that's one important question to ask on your listed items and comprehensive. Get the list, see what's covered. How comprehensive is it? They say, oh, it's comprehensive, it's so great. Well, it could be just a bare step up from the basic, engine and transmission stuff. So you gotta make sure about that. So now, other way around, if they say, oh, it's a factory extension, it's an extension of factory warranty, it's exclusionary. Okay, well, make sure that when you're reading your exclusionary exclusions apply, non-covered components down here, you can freeze the frame and take a look at it later. But you want to make sure that your exclusions list doesn't include things like the DVD and navigation screen, right? Because I have seen that happen before where it's exclusionary. Oh, it's so amazing. But then you read down and, a giant list of items, well, not giant, it's usually pretty moderate, but you'll read the usual things like battery and brake pads and car accidents and stupidity, right? And then you'll read down a little bit further and it'll say navigation unit, the navigation head unit. You're like, well, but that, what? They're trying to get that in on you, right? Because it limits their liability. That's how they can afford to sell you the policy for a little bit less. So that's what you want to do, is you do want to read your exclusions list and your actual list of items in the comprehensive, the two, right? Let me check my list of notes here for things. Oh yeah, so listed item or comprehensive warranties, they start the day you buy the car. Generally, if your car's outside of factory warranty, you can't get an exclusionary warranty anymore. There's no factory warranty to extend. You're outside of it. So you want to buy from today a 1 year and 20,000 mile, or 30,000 and 40,000. You drive a lot driving in 1 year, or vice versa. You want to get a 2 year and 5,000 mile, whatever. They'll come up with the price for you, and it'll start from the day you buy the car, the day you drive away. Perfect. But when you're doing an exclusionary, what's quite interesting is that you're not buying it from the day you buy the car, because it's still in factory warranty. So they're just extending that. So to use Canadian terms, a 4-year 80 policy would turn into, let's say, a 5-year 80 or a 5-year 100, or some warranty companies go all the way up to 10-year. So you'd be buying a 10-year, 80 to 200,000 K policy, because it starts from the in-service, right? So that's an important question when buying a car. When was the in-service date? Depending on the year of it, it's pretty important if there's still factory coverage left, because is there 2 years left, or is there only a few months left of warranty, depending on how many miles you have, right? So that's that. Those are the two different types. That's how you decipher. Oh yeah, so I was going to show you. So here's another warranty company. So that one had, this one here had, as you can see, Elite, Plus, and Basic. As you go down the list of components they cover, and you can see the headlines here, right? Air conditioner, enhanced electrical, emissions, cooling. And remember I said those things. Why? Because here's another one. And lo and behold, look, the Basic: engine, turbocharger, transmission, transfer case, drive axle. Exact language, right? And then Preferred. These guys actually divvy them up a bit more finely. Preferred and Classic. So Preferred includes all of the Basic and steering, brakes, electrical, air conditioner, fuel system. But I wouldn't prefer that. It's weird. I wouldn't want to prefer this, because why? I don't want the Classic. Why? Because it gets into the enhanced electrical here, which I think in modern day cars is very important. And you can probably freeze frame and check it out. But in here somewhere it'll say, navigation system, yada, yada, yada. Newsflash, update, hold the phone. So I finished this last video, or the video you're watching in the middle of right now, and I took the time to actually read this, and it does not include the navigation system. So I read through all together here saying, oh, it's so important that you have the navigation here, enhanced electrical, or at least what they call enhanced electrical, right? And I read through, and as you can see, it does not include navigation system. So if you look over at, am I able to do it? Can I? No, I can't. I can't move it over right now, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. But I was going to show you the electrical, which also doesn't include navigation system, right? So you'd think enhanced electrical would be navigation, but it's not. So here, when you're being offered these products, you need to read through to make sure that you're getting covered for the big stuff, because in this particular case, even though you're not going for basic engine and powertrain, you're not going for preferred, basic steering, basic brakes, basic electrical, you're not even going for classic, or let's say you were going for classic, thinking, oh, I've got enhanced electrical, it's fantastic. Yeah, but It's not super fantastic because you don't have the DVD console, so which these days includes a whole bunch of things, probably almost everything. In this case, you'd be relegated to getting their superior product to get that coverage, right? If your car qualified for superior, here's the issue. Maybe you're thinking you're getting that coverage on a car that no longer is being covered by exclusionary because it's outside of the factory warranty coverage time. So you can't get their superior package. So you get their best classic package, right? And you think, oh, I'm getting covered for basically everything electrical. So I just thought I'd insert this in here and say, hey, I didn't read it, or I didn't read it as closely as I should. And this is what I want to remind you of is when you're feeling under pressure in the business office, it's okay to chill out and just read it and read it all out and talk with them, because they can't lie to you. Otherwise, their license is at stake. So talk it out with them. Get them to explain it to you better, deeper. Ask them specific questions. If this breaks, is it covered? If my DVD system breaks, is it covered? My navigation system breaks, is it covered? If they don't know the answer right off the top, big indicator A that you should read better into the program that you're buying into, or just not get anything at the time, or maybe don't even close the deal that day. There's no rush. You can close it out the next day. But knowing what you're buying is very important. Same thing with the car itself, So anyways, I'll stop this now so that we can get back to the original video at hand. I just wanted to correct the thing I missed. And then down here, you can see superior. That's their language. Basic, preferred, classic, superior. Superior, if you read it, number 14 here, superior coverage. We will pay for any mechanical breakdown of all other parts, except for those listed under the exclusions in your contract. So here you want to read the exclusions, which I just happen to have here somewhere. Here, I think. Boom, there it is. And so here I could get into it. You can freeze frame it and sort of read it yourself. It's, like I said, it's very boring, but it's sort of obvious once you read what each section is about. So here A is for the people who bought the listed items. Any part not listed specifically in your listed schedule of items is not covered. Basic, right? B, for any of those following parts included but not limited to, this is for the people who have the exclusionary. Here's your sort of your exclusions, right? Batteries, all the things that aren't covered. For example, like wear items, brakes and tires and manual car clutches and things like that. And let's see here. Interesting ones here is weather strips. Anything rubber trim is interesting. Moldings, bright metal, which is chrome. They don't cover that sort of thing. Tires, obviously. Interesting one is tire pressure monitoring systems. Interesting. Why? I don't know. But it's worth a read, kind of, sort of, just to check out for major things. Like if it happened to say in here navigation screen or navigation unit, well then, hey man, that's a big liability now on your shoulders should it go, because that thing is expensive. So, and then you can look into other things here, like C, repairs or replacement for parts or components to correct the condition existing before you bought the warranty. Obviously, if it's pre-existing condition, they don't cover that. And you can read through the rest of it. It's all fairly obvious stuff. It might come to as a shock to some people, but if you think about it, it will make sense. It should make sense. So anyways, that's that. And I think that's all I need to cover with you today. Hope you found this very interesting. If you have some specific questions about warranty that you are unsure of or don't get, I'll be happy to answer them. Leave a comment below. As always, like and subscribe, all those great things. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you so much.